Hi everyone, it's me, B. Kelly Sunflower. So I'm on today to do another unboxing and first impressions of a Kickstarter tarot deck that I received this week. So the deck is called ARCANA. It says here at the side, an Archetype deck and guidebook, and it's by Crystal Banner. ARCANA is an archetypal 60-card deck that explores people, places, and things through patterns of behavior and universal energies. Each card reveals hidden dynamic truths and archetypes we embody or encounter. This deck is meant to be a tool for diviners, writers, storytellers, and self-explorers alike. 60 archetypes, 6 realms, 1 path to discovery. A hidden realm is revealed within. And this was published in 2025 by Guidebook, but I only received this recently because I said before it was a Kickstarter campaign. So let's open this up. So it comes in a lift-off square box. So this is a bit of a struggle for me to read in here because it's like white on black. Let's have a look at the guidebook first. So it says copyright 2025 by Guidebook. The secret path of being are written in our patterns. So how to use an oracle deck for obtaining spiritual messages and clarity. A self-discovery tool for personal growth. Journaling and reflection. The question for reflection can be used as prompts to explore specific archetypes. An archetype healing and study tool. A supportive deck used in tandem with other divination tools. I think I'm going to use it that way actually. I'm going to use it with other divination tools. Shadow, exploration and integration. Creative inspiration and character building for artists, writers and storytellers. Intuitive development through symbol interpretation and personal meaning. Relationship insight by exploring dynamics between archetypes. So it's got here realms. So self is cards 1 to 10, which is about identity, personality, peroxides and growth. Structure is 11 to 20. Framework supports justice and culture. Emotion card 21 to 30. Feelings, expression, heart-centered connection. Cards 31 to 40 are to do with the mind, and that's to do with thoughts, discernment, insight and perception. Cards 41 to 50 are to deal with the spirit, and that's for transcendence, the unseen, mystery and magic. 51 to 60 are to deal with the shadow, so that's avoidance, confrontation, transmutation, integration. And then I think there's holiday, which is the bonus card, 61 to 66. I'm not sure if it's in this deck, but we can check. And that's to do with tradition, collective energy, timings and cycles. So for each card, so for example, this one here that I haven't unpacked, it's got here child, if you can see here. It has the scene, which is innocence, curiosity, wonder, play, inner child joy. I'm guessing the scene is the upright and the unseen is the reversed. But the unseen is immaturity, naivety, helplessness, refusal to grow up, lack of responsibility. The child carries the energy of excitement, openness, and genuine desire to learn new things. This archetype can show up as an actual child or as a reminder to reconnect with your inner child. It encourages you to revisit the interests and innate joys that make you feel most alive. On the unseen side, this energy may appear as immaturity, pettiness, or refusal to take responsibility. The building blocks in this card represent the foundation created during childhood and how these early patterns influence the ways you show up in your adulthood. Questions for reflection. How do I show up for my inner child? What can I learn from children? What does maturity mean to me? This is like very similar energy, in my opinion, to the Fool. So it does that for each of the cards. So I'm guessing 64 cards. Yep. So it gives you the seen, which is the upright, the unseen, which is the reversed, and then questions for reflection. Note from the author. This deck is inspired by things seen and unseen, and the willingness to understand how many things are connected while creating the art of this deck. I was deeply inspired by hieroglyphics and their hybrid nature as a symbol of meaning and represent sounds, objects, and ideas. Hieroglyphics, I think that is, can be phonic, pictographic, or symbolic, based on shared understanding of a specific moment of time. The illustrations and symbols in this deck are meant to be interpreted in a similar way. Some cards reference popular idioms. For example, the thinker as a thinking card, or the leader drawing from the phase, follow the leader. Others contain pop culture references, while some mirror or complement one another artistically, such as the investor and the gambler, the pearl and the vessel, or the dreamer and the comforter. This deck is like a large puzzle that can be assembled in countless ways to convey different messages. The order in which the cards appear in a spread matters. Even the smallest details may hold significance. Arcana is a layered deck meant to grow with you. Keywords are included for quick reference, and the Shadow Realm cards 51 to 60 include ways to integrate the energy, since these archetypes tend to get a bad rep. The more you use the deck and experience it, the more meanings it will reveal. Like all my decks, Arcana can be used in a multitude of ways. And then this is the curator, Crystal Banner. Crystal Banner is an experienced influence artist and creator who is passionate about making self-discovery approachable, accessible, and relatable. After spending over 10 years as an engineer and consultant, she decided to follow her passion for art and spirituality. Crystal Banner founded Guidebook in 2017, which she has been featured in multiple publications and institutions. She is an author and an illustrator of a range of cards, both traditional and self-published. She also works as a teacher and professional intuitive reader. See more about her, and it gives you her webpage. Awareness changes patterns. Okay, so let's have a look at these decks. I like the fact that they're hexagon. Let's take off the plastic covering. Daisy. I must admit, this is the 5th deck that I've got by Crystal Banner. I do like her simplistic art style. So the cardstock is matte, and I love these backs of the cards. Absolutely gorgeous. So let's have a look. So card 1 is the child, and it's got realm self, and I like it's got ABC blocks, like children's building blocks. There's a picture. Card 2 is this shadow, and again it's part of this self realm. So this looks like it's got different suits. Card 3 is the loner. card 4 is the Clown, the Seeker, the Flame, the Aura, I love that, the Mask, the Mirror, the Pearl, the Storyteller. I love the handmade kind of fabric book. The Worker. So this goes into another realm now, which is structure. So I forgot to say that. So the Pearl is the last realm of self. The next realm is the structure. So that's before you got the Storyteller, the Worker, the Architect, the Rebel, the Revolutionary, the Guide, the Builder. I love how it's just like simple Lego bricks. The Investor, the Protector. It's got like a security guard jacket there. The Judge. I wish there was a few more keywords on this deck though, because it's, you know, because it's, you have to learn a different suit, so it'd be nice if they had a few keywords under the archetype name. I love that it's got the book of law, so throw the law at this person. Probably very similar to Judgment as well. And I guess that some of the cards are relatable to the the major arcana, the Flood. So the next suit is Emotion, which I guess could be similar to the suit of Cups. So you've got the Healer, which is the plus, and it's got a plaster there. The Romantic, I guess 2 of Cups, dating. The Friend, you know, 3 of Cups could be friendships. The Mourner, the Fan, the Performer, the Dreamer, the Comforter, the Nurturer, the Observer, I mean, the next suit is the suit of the Mind, which I guess is similar to the Sword. And that, so the Observer is the first Mind card. The Networker, the Student, the Decoder, the Leader, Follow Me, the Analyst, the Believer, there's a golden ticket there, the Teacher, the Thinker, Critical Mind. So the next suit is the Spirit. I remember these things. Viewmaster. I remember these in the early 80s, late 70s. I used to have one. The Oracle. The Mystic. It's got a nice emerald there. The Catalyst. Nebula. The Artist. The Unicorn. the Spirit, the Vessel, the Key Bearer. Oh, it's a cute key ring. It's like a spirit doll on there. So the next suit or theme is the shadow theme. The Vampire. It's got gold teeth there. The Villain. The Gambler. The Victim. See, I can take these sort of shadow decks because they're kind of like, they're not too scary. They're kind of like pick-me-up sort of shadow prompts. The Joker. The Taker. The Seducer. The Ghost. The Monitor. The Protector. And then the holiday suits, you've got Trick or Treat. Oops, today is this, sorry. The Harvest. The Giver. The Celebrant. The Eros. Lucky Charm. What an interesting deck. So, before I shuffle it and give you my first impressions, I've got a few other decks by Crystal Banner which might like to pair it with. I've got this one, the 2020 Vision deck, which is a major only Arcana deck, which I haven't opened yet. It's still in cellophane. But that might be a good deck to work with it when I get to open it up. This is one of my favourite decks that I have of Crystal Banner. Let me just put the camera up a bit. This is the Life is Like a Board Game deck. She did say in her guidebook that you compare it with a tarot deck. These are the backs of the cards. She likes to use black and white a lot. And I could use this deck with it. I've also got her Kaleidodope Tarot, which is their first deck. It's this one here. Again, she likes to use black and white for the backs of the cards. And I also have an Oracle deck by her. This is a mass market deck called The Signs of the Times. And again, the signature black and white deck. Black and white backs. So let's move them down a bit. So you've got the child with the fall, like that says go, and then the fall off the cliff. They go aesthetically, but because I need to understand this new system first, it's quite difficult for me to comment, but definitely aesthetically, I think all the decks kind of go. And I'm a great fan of Crystal Banner's minimalist art. So you've got the Loner, the High Priestess. You've got the Clown with the Empress. The Seeker with the Emperor cards. It's Isn't that a beautiful Hierophant card? You've got the Hierophant with the flame. The Aura with the Lovers cards. The Mask with the Chariot cards. And the Mirror with the Strength cards. It's beautiful. The Pearl and the Hermit go nice, you know, because I guess Pearl's a wisdom, and then the Hermit goes out, doesn't he, at night time to go and seek that wisdom or seek the knowledge. The Storyteller with the Wheel of Fortune. Another story to tell. And the Worker with the Justice card, Workers' Rights. So beautiful, beautiful cards, which I could match either one with. Let's have a look at the Oracle card, or the Oracle deck. So this is Crystal Banner's Signs of the Times Oracle deck, and it's mass market. So you've got the Cloud. Mass market deck's got like keywords underneath it. I wish this had a keyword underneath the archetype name, because it's got the realm, but I wish it had a keyword like the mass market oracle deck does. So you've got the archetype with the clouds, the rebel with the knot. Oh, I love sunflowers. Sunflower and revolutionary. So you can see it says action here. What does revolutionary mean? Don't move, you know, what does it mean? The keyword. So you got the guide with the free firefly, the builder with the moon, the globe with the investor, and the protector with the traffic cone. So I guess I could pair this deck with a lot of Crystal Banner decks, because it's the same sort of simplistic artwork. I find Crystal Banner's artwork very kind of distinctive, so that's why I probably would pair this deck with her deck rather than other decks. I do have a hexagon-shaped Lenormand deck. I think it's a B deck, but the artwork is completely different, so it wouldn't really match. So let's see how these cards shuffle, because this is my biggest fear, because they're kind of hexagon-shaped. Do they shuffle? Yeah, they overhand. Shuffle. Okay. I'm not sure how a riffle shuffler would manage these cards. I think these are more designed for overhand shuffling. I guess you could probably also, you know, fan them out and shuffle them, you know, this kind of way as well. I also like the fact that you could probably lay these down like in a story. You can kind of like probably, you know, build these up like this. You can lay it down like this is a spread, you know, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what are my first impressions of this deck? It's an interesting system, and I'm looking forward to kind of like learning the different realms or suits. I'm assuming that this is kind of relatable also to the tarot, because for example, if you look at card 20, which is Judgment in the traditional tarot deck. Let me see what she puts here for card 20 in the Guidebook. So it says here discernment, authority, ethics, justice, accountability, and the law. So I guess this could be linked to card 20 in the tarot, Major Arcana. But I just wish that there was also some keywords rather than the realm. Maybe another line with a couple of keywords so that you don't have to rely on the book, because I feel that by taking the keywords out, you become reliant on the book. But it's a beautiful deck, as I said before. I think it's a system within a system, so that's another system that I'm going to have to study. I'm probably going to use it in conjunction with her tarot decks and use this deck as either a card of the day pull or a clarifying card. But I have to learn the system first before I can work with it. So this will be a project for me, I guess, to learn the system and then you use it confidently without the guidebook, because I don't like decks that you have to rely on the guidebook for messages. I do like oracle decks to have keywords so that you can kind of I find it easier to learn when there's keywords under the archetype name. But it's a beautiful deck, and I'm looking forward to working with her and getting to know her. For me, decks that are a system, I tend to like to use them in the winter months, in the colder months, because I like to be cozy when I'm learning like a new system. So this deck is probably going to come out in the winter so that I can really sit down and study her. As I said in the beginning, this was a Kickstarter deck, so I don't know if this deck is for sale, but if I can find a link, I will add it to the description bar for anyone that's interested. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.